In this video, I just want to give 3 tips um, about stretching. So a lot of times, especially beginners, really struggle to stretch to, let's say a note that is 3, 4 frets away. And if you're maybe a bit more advanced, you want to do stuff that is like, maybe a bit more like Allsworthy, so to speak. So where, you're trying to reach for frets that are even, further away than that. Um, a little bit obviously is exercising, and literally just playing in general. But I definitely would recommend against forcing the stretch. And there are quite a few things that you can keep in consideration. The very first one is the logic of position. When we play in general, especially, beginners tend to have all their fingers crunched up and they tend to have their hand vertical, okay, more than, horizontal. So that, or should I say, parallel to the neck. So the first thing you have to notice that when I play in position, and position means I have one finger per fret, and a position roughly is 4 frets. Um, Actually, the center of gravity is not my index finger; it's my middle finger, and the job of my index finger is to stretch away from a middle finger. So let's say if I'm playing in position, uh, and most people tend to start by playing like this, where actually I should be further down. So my middle finger and my thumb are my center of gravity, so to speak. And when I put my middle finger on close to the 2nd fret, which is where it should live, the job of my index finger is to stretch away from it. It's not the other way around, where I have my index finger, I'm trying to stretch away with my middle finger. My index finger is not the center of gravity. So if you play that way, where you're stretching away from your middle finger, then it will be easier to move away from, to reach uh, frets that are further away, so to speak. Um, the second tip is to bring up, I say this in pretty much every video, is to bring up this side of your hand, okay? So that, as I said at the very beginning, when you start playing guitar, you tend to, want to play this way because your hand in general want to spring back to vertical, where, or should I say, perpendicular to the fretboard, where a better way is to bring up the little finger side of the palm and play with your knuckles parallel to the fretboard. Okay, so apart from maybe like if you want to bend the string, like blues playing, slightly different, but in general, when you want to stretch your fingers, that's what you want to do. The third thing is actually not quite it's more of a warning, so to speak. Don't stretch between the 2nd and 3rd finger, your middle and ring finger. That's not quite good. Don't stretch more than 1 fret. So basically, to summarize, the first one is to have, give priority to your middle finger. Middle finger is where the position starts. As a matter of fact, actually, classical guitarists when at least this is how I learned it, when they talk about position, let's say now I'm in 2nd position, is not because your index finger is on the 2nd fret, it's because the 2nd fret is the one before your middle finger, because this is still 2nd position, as far as I know, in classical guitar. If I'm gonna write about this, just write it in the comment section. I'll make more, I'll research it a bit, harder. But so that was the first one. The second one is bring up your palm on the pinky side, okay, and that will bring your hand uh, more parallel to the neck. And the third one is don't stretch between your middle and ring finger. The stretch should be only between your index finger and middle finger, and little finger and ring finger. Okay, that's it. Hope this helps. Take it easy.